Hey, how's it going? If you're an online entrepreneur, you probably know how important it is to build an email list so that you have a list of people who are interested in what you're doing that you own, so that if something ever happens to the social media accounts that you're on, you will still have access to all of the people who are interested in what you're doing. But how do you create a great lead magnet to get the right people on your list? Well, if you stay with me for a few minutes, I'm going to talk to you today about how you can make sure that your lead magnet is going to attract your customers. I'm Lori Reeves, founder and CEO of Brand Strength, and I help people just like you create and launch high-ticket offerings so that they can get the work that they want to do into the hands of the people who need it most quicker and easier. Okay, so I briefly covered why it's so important to have an email list. You actually own the data and the information that's on an email list, where you don't own the information of the people who are following you on social media. Now, if something happens to your account, it doesn't even have to be something that you have done. If whoever is running the social media account thinks that something fraudulent is going on or you're behaving in a way that's not okay, you could lose access to your account, or it could be hacked. We all know there are horror stories of people who had built thousands and thousands and thousands of followers and likes on a social media platform and then lost it all because the account was hacked or got shut down. So I want to make sure that you have an email list full of people who are interested in what you're doing. The best way to grow an email list is by offering something for free in return for somebody's email address. Because we all keep our email addresses pretty close, right? I know I don't want to give my email out to just anybody. So in order to get people on your list, you have to create something that people want. But how do you know what to create? I've seen a lot of entrepreneurs spend a lot of time creating something, designing it, making sure that it's beautiful and branded, only to offer it to their audience on social media or wherever and hear crickets. They get nobody signing up for it, and that's not what I want for you. So I have a little hack so that you can start gaining some data that will help you know if you're creating a lead magnet that's actually what your audience wants from you. So if you have an idea of the main buckets of what you talk about when you're talking to people about what you do, you can start creating little bits of information, maybe a guide, maybe a checklist, maybe a video that goes more in depth about a specific topic. And you can start saying to people on social or people that you meet, hey, I have this thing, or I'm going to be sending this thing out in my email. If you're interested in this, let me know so that I can get you on my email list so that you can get access to that when I am done creating it. Now, it doesn't have to be something you've already created. If nobody raises their hand and says, hey, that's interesting to me, I want it, then I don't want you spending your time creating it, right? That would be the exact same thing as you spending time creating a beautifully branded PDF that nobody wants. I just want you to say, hey, I'm thinking about sending this out. Let me know if you want this. Now, while you might get people on your email list who say, hey, I do want that thing, you may not get them all on your list. But what you can start doing is gauging interest in that topic. So once you start talking about a few different things and saying, hey, I'm going to put this together, let me know if you want it, and you start getting people saying, hey, this is really interesting to me, then you can say, okay, look, here, out of the last 10 things that I said that I was going to give away, this topic, which I covered 3 out of the 10 times, every time I mentioned it, people want something on that topic. So that would be a great topic for you to create a lead magnet on. Because we all know that not every lead magnet that you create is something that people say they want, and what you call it could be the big difference in whether or not people think they want it. You could be creating the same amazing information and offering it, and somebody could say, no, that doesn't sound interesting to me. Whereas when you say it a little bit differently and they're like, oh my gosh, that's what's in that? Yeah, I definitely want that. So you can start playing with your messaging, you can start playing with your ideas to see what people are most interested in, and then when you have more data, then you can go ahead and create something that's beautiful and branded and will go out to every person who joins your email list, and you can start saying, hey, I have this great resource or video or guide or whatever it is you want to give away to every person who joins my list. And that's how you can start getting more and more people on that email list so that you can own their information and send them information in their inbox, which, let's all face it, it feels different to receive something in your inbox that feels personalized and a little bit more exclusive than just seeing something on social media. So I hope this helps give you some ideas of what you can start doing when you're talking to people in person or posting things on social media so that you can start gauging what people are saying they're interested in and know for sure that the lead magnet that you're creating is actually going to bring in the right people. So I'll see you again here next week.